everybody, I just recently bought the new Iron Maiden album, and I have to say I'm very impressed. I had my doubts about it. Of course, I've read some of the things that people were saying about it on the internet. You know that they've lost their touch. This album's too progressive. Bruce Dickinson's voice doesn't sound as strong as it used to. They're starting to get old. Hearing all that, of course, I had to check it out myself, and I have to say, Iron Maiden has not lost their touch. Have not lost their touch whatsoever. It's brilliant. 10 songs. It's a total of 76 minutes and 34 seconds. Very long. And they've got a thing for having long intros now. And if you've heard their last album, Matter of Life and Death, which is probably one of my favorite Maiden albums. And it's kind of similar to this one in a way that it takes some warming up. You kind of have to warm up to the songs. It takes a couple of listens or they really get stuck in your head, and you're singing them. But this album is different, and it does sound a bit on the progressive side, but only in the slightest way. They've tried a few new things. With different sounds. The first song of the album, Satellite 15, The Final Frontier, has a really long intro with some electronic bass and different drum beats, and it's kind of weird and experimental sounding. But then it breaks into as you can probably hear right now, I'm listening to the album, just a really kick-ass riff, and gets right going to the point with The Final Frontier. A couple of my favorite songs from this album. Final Frontier has to be one of them. I love Coming Home, the number 4 track. Isle of Avalon, The Talisman, and When the Wild Wind Blows. And me, I'm kind of picky about my music. I usually don't like more than one or two songs on an album. But I like pretty much this whole album, and it's one of those that you can just stick in a CD player and listen to the first song all the way to the end, and just be completely satisfied with everything you hear. Bruce Dickinson has not lost his voice. It's still just as strong as ever. And he really shows his pipes off in a few of these songs, I'm telling you. Mother of Mercy, just listen to that. You think Bruce Dickinson's lost his voice is starting to decline. And, bullshit. He's still the man. He's still the dominant singer in heavy metal after all of these years. And they're still writing music that people want to hear. All of the band members are over 50 years old, okay, and attracting new fans. And they have this great new music video out. If you hadn't seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's like a movie almost. It's like professionally done music video. And you get to see the new Eddie. They also have a new Eddie. And I've seen a video where they have a new Eddie costume that they bring out on stage. And when we get talking about the Eddie, that's the only thing that I don't like about this album. Eddie has a new look. He's kind of like an alien. I've heard some people say he looks more like Predator than he does Eddie. And I would agree. I like the old Eddie better. This new thing that they've got, it just doesn't even look like him. But besides that, you know, this album's great. And it's kind of got a space theme, you know, like space travel and shit like that. Whereas A Matter of Life and Death, the last album, was kind of, you know, you kind of felt a little World War II, World War I type theme going on. But, I mean, even the guitars, everything, they're still shredding. You know, there's some really great solos in this album. I definitely recommend you check it out. You need to get this album because it is a possibility it might be Iron Maiden's last. If not this album, probably the next will be Iron Maiden's last album. You know, but that's the thing. They're gaining popularity every day in younger audiences. Plus, they're traveling to new places on the globe, like South America, Canada, Australia, Indonesia. I mean, they're attracting new fans. So, they'll probably have one more album, but even then, Iron Maiden will probably be around for a long time, still touring, still playing some of their old stuff, you know. But I predict they'll be around probably into their 60s, and that'll be kind of scary because of the rate these guys are going. I mean, they're releasing albums that are still relevant, and nobody else their age, you know, that was around playing at the time when they started back in the 80s is doing what they're doing. It's an anomaly. So I definitely recommend Iron Maiden's new album, The Final Frontier. Go out and get it now. Go and get the special deluxe edition. It's only $1 more than the regular one. It comes in a metal tin. It's great. Only $1 more. $14.99. The regular album is $13.99. Go get it. It rocks. Up the irons.